Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to our channel and today's video on feeling pride, or more pointedly on withholding pride. So this is a really important concept that I want to bring to your attention because many of us, no matter how successful you are, no matter how many achievements you have set and accomplished, or what magnificence you have created in your life so far in terms of changing the lives of other people around you, or personal growth in your own specific path, or literally changing the world for other people and for the future. Despite whatever enormous level you have accomplished in any of those important areas, for a lot of us, we have felt very little pride. And you know, I bring this word up with my clients. I question them at certain points when we're in those precious times where they're celebrating with me. And I'm trying to probe and understand what this sense of celebration makes them feel. And I often offer, prompt, or question whether or not they're feeling some sense of pride. And for whatever reason, the idea of pride is something that repels a lot of us. Pride almost sounds like a bad thing to a lot of us. We often seem to equate pride with being conceited, arrogance, feeling superior as compared to other people. And because we think that way about pride, we don't let ourselves feel pride. If pride comes into our experience, we push it away or suppress it. And because of that, we lose. We lose so much goodness at this point for ourselves. So I mean, firstly, let's talk about the fact that pride feels wonderful. To feel proud of yourself when you're just thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about being better than other people. You're not thinking about being superior, but purely thinking, I am proud of myself. I am happy with myself. I like what I have created here. When it's just focused on you, just recognizing what you've achieved or how you've shown up or how you have acted in line with your values, how you've changed or not changed. Just feeling proud of yourself. To me, it feels restoring and it also feels energizing. Depending on the sort of spin of it, it can either feel very sort of calming and grounding, or it can even give me energy. And I just want you to hold for a moment and think about how valuable it is to experience that in your short life here. To be able to feel one of those places on the emotional spectrum and have that experience in your life. Now, the other component of feeling proud of yourself is how that emotion affects your behavior, how it changes how you show up in the world when you feel proud. You know, when you like yourself, when you recognize the good things about you, the good things that you've done and the good things that you can do based on your value set. When you feel proud, you show up differently. And I'm willing to bet in most cases, this is what I see with my clients, this is what I see with myself, in most cases, the sense of feeling proud of ourselves only makes us show up more as ourselves. It only makes us give more, it makes us more generous, it makes us step out more, it makes us create more, which is quite the opposite of the fear of thinking that being proud makes you conceited or lazy or indulgent or too self-interested. Often, feeling proud of yourself has the opposite effect. You see your value and makes you want to give that value out into the world. So I think the feeling of proud or pride is a wonderful emotional experience that we all deserve to experience in our lifetime. But B, really productive in terms of what it produces in our behaviors, our behavioral response, reaction to feeling proud. If that's not enough reason for you to feel proud, I have one more reason for you. And it's about how our motivation works, how our mind decides to upregulate or downregulate certain behaviors in our life. And part of that is what we do that creates a positive result as our mind would judge what we do that produces a good experience in most cases for us, or is associated with a good emotion, our mind will repeat. Our mind will want to upregulate that pathway because it's producing all those satisfying, rewarding neurotransmitters, like dopamine would be the classic one that you think about. So when you do something and then you allow yourself to feel proud, that emotional experience that we were talking about that feels so good in your body is the reward that your brain recognizes. It's one of the rewards that your brain recognizes to say, yes, you've done a good thing, you got a reward there, so let's repeat that behavior. So the flip side of this is, if you don't allow yourself to feel proud after you do something good, i.e. after you do something that is aligned with your values, if you don't revel in that feeling of pride or proud, if you push that experience away, you're lowering the amount of reward that your mind recognizes for doing that behavior. You're missing out on this beautiful automation that your mind does if you don't give yourself that positive feedback. So you're making it harder for yourself to repeat that behavior that's aligned with your values. So it's really a good thing because you're reducing the amount of motivation you'll have to do it in the future by taking that experience away. Where, if anything, don't we want to feel more motivated to do this good thing again? Don't we want to feel more motivated to expand and increase our strengths that are aligned with our values? Feeling proud in this context isn't just about indulging, but it's also about creating that reward, reinforcing that reward, so you have more motivation to do more good things in the future. Notice with this concept that if you don't allow yourself to revel and savor in that feeling of pride and giving your brain that reward, that you're making it less likely that you will pursue that specific strength or that action behavior in the future. And if you've just done something that was aligned with your values, that produced a good outcome for you, and you decided to push away the feeling of proud in that context, it means you're going to be down-regulating, upskilling your strengths. You're going to be less likely to pursue all those things that are aligned with your values because you're deciding not to feel pride. So what I want for you from this video is to reconsider the idea that feeling pride makes you conceited or arrogant or indulgent, lazy. And look at this other aspect of pride from the concepts of rewarding behavior that's aligned with your values so that you naturally feel motivated to do more things aligned with your values in the future. It's pretty productive, right? B, getting the positive, beneficial flow-on effects of feeling pride, which is most likely, in cases that I see, going to have you only add more value into the world, not less. Pride doesn't actually usually make you indulgent. Recognizing your value only makes you want to give more value because you know you have it in most cases. And finally, that feeling pride is simply an emotional experience that you deserve to have in your short human life here. Allow yourself to feel pride because you deserve it. You're a human. You've got so much to offer in this world, and your efforts, your creations, your experiences are allowed to be positive and enjoyable sometimes. You deserve to feel pride. Now, if you know that this is something that you struggle with, if you know that you're not gonna snap your fingers and automatically get rid of all these old concepts of pride being indulgent or conceited, etc., arrogant, then you can jump on a no-cost consult call with me and we can work out what we need to do to tweak things in your mind, what we need the strategy to be so that you can bring in all of these positive aspects, these beneficial, productive aspects of pride into your life, especially if you spent a whole lifetime believing that pride is a bad thing. There is a link below to sign up, and I cannot wait to meet another like-minded human like you. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one.